I think we are just dot 7.
Yeah.
We can wait for a couple of minutes before starting our sessions.
Sure.
For the time being, for the new audience, it's an opportunity to welcome all of you. This is the third season of this fortnight program. This year we started with Ramesha ji as the chief mentor of the whole program. This program is designed by him, and we are doing every alternative Friday. But tomorrow we had some kind of assignment, so we requested Dr. Dutt to inform the program, and he's gracious enough to knock our call. So far this particular program is concerned, Business Manager, the HR magazine of the country. This is the olden HR magazines. They are partnering with Bangalore Social Work Centers, Niruta Publications, and some other institutes that they're gracious enough to join hand to hand to make it meaningful. In our previous program, we also crossed the geography of India and reached to the different part of the country. And by and large, we have around average 60 audience, 60% as our audience. The audience mix comprises of veteran professionals, students, academicians, and from industry also. So we are planning to redefine the programs, and that's why we need your feedback, the participants' feedback, that will make our program more effective and meaningful. As because post-COVID, people are more familiarized with the physical program, but it is an also opportunity to cross over the defined boundaries. And India is a very diverse country, and often for the formal bodies, it is difficult to reach out to different parts of the society and cultures. So this is an opportunity to break that barriers. Without, extending my further words, I think I should introduce Dr. Dutt. So far, Dr. Dutt is concerned, he is from civil service. Dr. Dutt brings decades of expertise in labor administration, policy making, and training, honed through his tenure as Additional Labor Commissioner, Government of West Bengal, with a PhD in management and extensive experience as a resource person. He is a sought-after trainer and counselor specializing in labor relations, compliance, and capacity building. Dr. Dutt is guest faculty at St. Xavier's University and ISWM Kolkata, where he imparts practical insights and academic rigor to budding professionals. He has co-authored several publications and developed impactful training modules in ethics, governance, and managerial leadership. He is also into national resource persons for training needs analysis, facilitation skills, and direct trainer skills. His passion for helping others has led him to transitions and into traditions of counseling, emphasizing personal growth and holistic well-being. Dr. Dutt offers experimental modules to foster meaningful connections with practical solutions of his clients. He is an avid writer. He is a great blogger, and more and more, the thing is, he is a very good human being. That is, I think, any primary qualification for a HR professional, so far I believe. And it's an opportunity to welcome you to the forum. Welcome, Dr. Dutt. Stage is yours. Take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Indranilda, for inviting me for this weekly program. I'm really elated, particularly when you gave me the option to choose my topic, whatever may be the topic. So thank you very much. I will start, but I will expect interaction from the participants, because I am not a speaker who will continue to speak for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. No. Hopefully it will be a interactive session, and you will share your views, experience, observation, whatever. And we will try to, within this 1 hour, we will try to co-create a new understanding or a modified understanding, or maybe we will, after 1 hour, we may have some new questions in our mind. If we can question our assumptions, I will think my purpose is fulfilled. I have a PPT with me. Let me try to share. I think I will be able to share. No, my topic initially, I proposed the topic reimagining success from money to meaning and from profit to purpose. Then thinking about the purpose of this weekly lecture, I modified it to fit in. So I made it rethinking HR from money to meaning, from profit to purpose. The title itself suggests that maybe you may be apprehensive that I will be in a preaching mode. No. We will try to understand why we are obsessed with money, why we are obsessed with profit. And within this ambit, we will try to see whether it is actually beneficial. If we focus on money, we will actually do a cost-benefit analysis. Whether money is more beneficial or meaning is more beneficial, whether profit is more beneficial or purpose is more beneficial, so that we can go through our life consciously taking decision, not just following with the flow, going with the flow. And that is my purpose. So justification. Now, I have seen that this series of lectures are called HR and employment law classes. For 26 years, I was in the labor directorate dealing with labor laws, employment laws. Actually, I am bored with those sections and provisions and interpretations, case laws. Initially, I used to keep track of the development, the latest case laws. Ultimately, after 26 years, my realization is that these are all useless, meaningless. As an HR person, law is important, compliance is important, but more important is the spirit of the law, spirit of compliance. First, think what is right. Then you open the book to see the statute, what the statute says. Many times, in fact, yesterday someone asked me if someone has worked 4 months and died, whether he will get gratuity, and if he gets gratuity, what would be the amount? Now think about the salary of a worker. For me, the question was irrelevant. So in case of death, 5 years, you need not complete 5 years. But spending your time, the time we are spending here, is basically our life. Why spend our time on trivialities? Someone has died. You work from my farm? Give it. Maybe it seems to be simplistic. We will delve deep. And then it says, the poster says, this is skill development initiative. Initially, we were more concerned with the knowledge. We still respect knowledgeable person. But after Google came, I think knowledge has lost its value. Now we are into skilling, upskilling, reskilling. We are focused with skilling. But I would request all of us to go deeper. Knowledge, if you go through that competency matrix or competency iceberg, what is beyond knowledge and skill? It is the attitude. If you have the right attitude, you'll be able to become skilled, become knowledgeable. You will be what you need to be. For me, attitude is more important than both knowledge and skill. If you take care of attitude, everything will fall into place. If you have attitude, you will have intention and attention. Both for knowledge and skill, I think 2 things are required. intention, and attention. And that comes from gratitude. Now, these are all justification and rationale for the topic. I will try to relate this topic, that is from money to meaning and from profit to purpose. These are directly related to HR and how this paradigm shift can affect HR. I will touch upon employment law also. But my main purpose will be to question our attitude so that we become more authentic, more aligned with our own self. Then other things will, I believe, will fall into place. And I will refer to many theories, but to me, theories are not important. If your experience does not support the theory, then it's useless. So it will be experiential and introspective. Think about yourself. While we will be discussing the theories, think about yourself, whether you agree to the theory or not, whether it goes with your experience or not. And hopefully it will be interactive. Though it's in online session, it's difficult to be interactive, but hope you will share your perspective and feel free to differ with myself also. I'm here to share my perspective, how I see things. And when we share our perspective, experience with due respect to the other person, we co-create something new. And that is meaningful. Why are we obsessed with money? Initially, I thought I will start with the question whether we are actually obsessed with money. But if you see, read newspapers, media, whatever is happening, money, 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 money. In our childhood days, we were concerned about who is winning Booker Prize or Nobel Prize. Now, if you see the reporting, they mention the prize money also. Sometimes prize money becomes more important than prize. So the present society has become obsessed with money. Why? So I was thinking this in terms of theory. I'm not preachy, I'm not judgmental. I will not say obsessing with money is wrong. Since for quite some time we are obsessed with money, there must be some reason behind it. Now think about our needs. From need, I will go to want, and we will try to understand whether money can fulfill our needs and wants. If you go by Maslow's theories, money is needed for physiological needs, of course, safety needs, of course. So if you have sufficient amount of money, now that is a tricky question. How much is enough? How much is sufficient? So lower level needs, two needs are fulfilled through money. Whether love and belonging can also be bought, that's the question. I'm sure there are many rich persons in the audience. When you have money, and money is your strength, you try to get everything through money, even love and belonging. You will buy expensive gift to a near and dear ones, to your significant others, and they will show, because we are all obsessed with money, they will also show love. Whether that is authentic love or not, that is a different question. Self-esteem. Of course, nowadays even many famous awards are also can be bought. So you can also buy self-esteem. But you may not feel good buying self-esteem, buying awards. Or if you run a rich lifestyle, people will bow down before you. That is also fulfills our ego. That will also increase buying our self-esteem. But that may not be authentic. So see, money has its value. For physiological need and safety need, it has absolute value. Love and belonging to a certain extent. esteem again to certain extent. So if you run after money and if you have sufficient amount of money, Maslow's 4 needs are fulfilled. And if you do not have sufficient money, you will look up to the rich person and say, how happy they are. They need not bother about physiological need. They need not bother about safety need. They are loved by all. They are respected by all. But what about self-actualization? Money cannot fulfill that highest need so far Maslow's hierarchy is concerned. Self-actualization. The potential that what I can become, that can be, we will see how we can reach that stage also. Money cannot give. So money has its value up to the level of esteem. So far Maslow's hierarchy is concerned. In fact, there is an interesting study in this respect. We will come to the study, but before that, from needs to want. These are all needs, but what we actually want through physiological need, safety, love, esteem, self-actualization, we are actually, if you ask yourself why, whatever may be your need, you ask yourself why, ultimately you will end up to happiness. We all want to be happy, and money makes us happy, at least for the time, for a short period of time. Till we reach that level of self-esteem, we are happy because of money. Then something starts happening. You will see there is an interesting finding. It is called external paradox. It says that money increases happiness up to a point. Then it flattens, or in certain cases, it actually dips. So money in the long run cannot give you happiness. Again, in Maslow's term, up to the level of self-esteem, it will make you happy. After that is achieved, then what? Then a vacuum will welcome you. So we have to think how much money is sufficient. At the same time, we have to look to become happy. We know the limitation of money, and we know the strength of money also, because it can take me to the level of self-esteem. So money is important, but is there any other way out? Can all the needs be fulfilled by some other method? Or maybe money plus something? We will see. So for happiness is concerned, there is a psychologist called Martin Seligman. He was propounder of positive psychology. I will show 2 models of him. There are 3 components of happiness. Pleasure. Again, you look around, the rich people, they enjoy life. Eating, drinking, going to places, Switzerland, pleasurable. Try it out for 1 month. After a certain period, you will feel bored. You need more what? More excitement. That is why you see now there is rush of adventure sports. I'm rich. I've visited Switzerland, Europe, Las Vegas. Then what? See, next level is engagement. I want to be engaged. And excitement engages us. If you go to a casino, you will feel engaged, though that is a bit of artificial engagement. Even if you feel engaged, after some certain time, if that engagement does not have any meaning, you will again feel bored, frustrated, depressed. Pleasure is there, engagement is there, excitement is there, but something is not there. What is not there? That's meaning. That is why you will feel many persons, Mother Teresa, and there are hundreds of people who are doing altruistic work. They are not rich, but they are more happy than us because they are doing something which is meaningful. If you do something, the interesting point is that if you are engaged in something, it gives you pleasure. Pleasure may not give you engagement, but engagement will give you pleasure. And if you do something meaningful, it will give you engagement as well as pleasure. So meaning actually includes all. But what does the word meaning mean? In Seligman's perspective, it is when you are contributing to something, it is meaningful. We all understand the meaning of meaning, but it is difficult to express. To me, the way I see meaning is that meaning is something bigger than us. Engagement, that word you can pronounce and it has some meaning. Computer, tap, water. These are all meaningful words because they represent something else, something bigger than themselves. In life also, my life is meaningful if it means something else. Think about Gandhiji. Whenever we think about Gandhiji, we think about non-violence. Whenever we think about Einstein, we think about relativity. These are, to me, the measure of meaning. Whether whatever I am doing is bigger than itself. That is meaning. Again, Martin Seligman talked about authentic happiness. It is lined with that previous one. A pleasant life, enjoying everyday pleasure. If you open Facebook, you will see, or Insta, you will see many people are like that. They have money and they are apparently enjoying time. I have experimented with that way of life. It's difficult. After some time, you will understand what lack of meaning means. You can experience that. If you have enough money to lead that life for at least a week or 10 days. Then good life. Good life is linked with that engagement. Using skills for engagement. When you are using your skills, you feel good. If you have mastery, that is why we love playing games. Even if you play badminton or table tennis, you will feel good. You play cards, chess, you will feel good. So that is another level of happiness. So pleasant life, you are enjoying. Good life, you are engaged. And then meaningful life, Seligman calls that is contributing for greater good. So that is why we are moving from money to meaning. With money, you can achieve pleasant life, a good life also, but not a meaningful life. But if you can lead a meaningful life, it will include everything. So the choice is ours, whether we should go for meaningful life or moneyful life. Again, though it is a theory of motivation, it can be applied in happiness also. This is called SDT theory, self-determination theory. It says to be happy, to be motivated. He also talks about basic needs. 3 needs: competence, autonomy, relatedness. This is particularly applicable in our professional life. Only salary, high salary is not sufficient to keep us engaged. We need autonomy. We should not be compelled to do things. I should have certain level of independence. Then competence. If someone pays me for sitting in my chair for 8 hours, I will not be happy, even if they give lakhs of rupees. So I need competence. Competence is related to, in Seligman term, engagement. Think about your professional life. Whenever you have taken up any challenge which challenged your competence, you performed at your best, you felt good. And irrespective of the outcome. And third is related. When you feel connected with the people. All things are actually connected. You can compare these three with Maslow's theory also. Again, can money buy? Money cannot buy relatedness, at least authentic relatedness. But money can buy autonomy and, to a certain extent, competence. But most important thing, I will again come to our experiential world. Intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. All this meaning, money, these are related to our purpose, interest, mastery, curiosity. These are intrinsic motivation. When we do something, even if it does not give me a salary or art. And on the other hand, extrinsic motivation, we do it for grades, points, money, career, exam. Again, compare it with Maslow. Intrinsic motivation comes from that self-actualization. And the lower four needs are basically extrinsic. Unfortunately, the way we are brought up, our education system, society, all these things pushes us from intrinsic motivation to extrinsic motivation. Think about your childhood. The very first day, when after many attempts, when we could stand on our feet, what happened? Our parents, significant others, they felt happy. They clapped. And as a child, you did it, what the psychologists call, because of actualizing tendency. As a child, whenever we try to crawl, we try to stand up, we try to walk, we try to run, these are all intrinsic motivation coming out of our actualizing tendency. Because that tendency, innate tendency is within us that pushes us to become the best version of ourselves. But what feedback we receive? Our parents, our near and dear ones appreciate us. They feel happy. They may, the homemaker may call their spouse in the office to inform the development. Whenever a neighbor visits, they will ask, show, stand. And if you can stand, they will feel happy. If you cannot stand for some reason, they will feel sad and you will also feel sad. Now see, what we are doing, intrinsically motivated to become the best version of ourselves, we started to depend on the feedback from others. We start trying to please others. Our happiness started to become dependent on the happiness of others. We start to feel the fear of failure. When I can stand up, my near and dear ones are happy. When I cannot, they are not happy. And that is why I am not happy. How we are shifting from our own self. Intrinsic motivation is within myself. That is the core of me, who I am. Our childhood is shifting us from our own core self, our authentic self, towards external motivation, that is extrinsic motivation. Then what happens? The education system. Whether you are good at math is not determined by any other thing other than mark sheet. Mark sheet speaks. So again, I am measured by mark sheet, not actually what I am. And mark sheet, again, quantification. Another thing happens, quantification. If you think about your primary school days, the number of right marks you get, that determines how good you are. So everything we try to quantify. Now think about whatever we are discussing. Self-esteem, love, engagement, you cannot quantify those things. But money can be quantified. You cannot quantify meaning, but you can quantify money. So it is easy way out. If you earn more, you worth more. I personally have experienced that also. So money is moving us away from not only from meaning, but from our own authentic self. So I've covered this. Now the next part. So this is money to meaning. So what I understand is that meaning is more important than money. Money is a means. Money itself has no meaning. It has only that exchange value. Money is needed. It is not money versus meaning. It is money and meaning. If we want to lead a happy life, we need to lead a not a rich life, but we need to lead a meaningful life. So obsession or priority must shift from money to meaning. Yes, if anyone has anything to share, you can raise their hand. Now, why does enterprise excite? Any organization? Now, we are already brainwashed into believing that money is everything. So profit is everything. So maximization of profit is hardwired in our brain. I have seen in many places. Maximization of profit, maximization of profit. But does an enterprise exist only to make profit? Profit is needed for survival, for expansion, for growth. Just as money is needed for my safety, security, engagement, autonomy, but that is not all. When we are thinking, we can discuss it in a philosophical perspective also. Why individual exists? But that's a difficult question. But it is easier to answer why enterprise exists. Also, of course, to fulfill some social needs. Any enterprise, any business, they earn their profit through fulfilling some social needs. Now, I was thinking, why this obsession again with money in case of enterprise also? Then I learned there is a theory also. August Loss, a German economist, published his theory of profit maximization in year 1954. So that society induced hankering for money was already there. Then it was sanctified by a theory, economic theory. It is neoliberalist microeconomic theory. The purpose of population is to maximize profit. So whenever we get the backing of some theory, we can discuss it openly. We can proclaim it openly. It has become the mantra of any organization. How profit maximization means it is infinity. how much profit is enough. Since the term is maximization, it is limitless. Then there was another theory also, which contradicts that this is not profit maximization, but there should be satisfactory profit. Just we should have satisfactory money to lead our life, to lead our happy, authentic life, meaningful life, so that we can self-actualize ourselves. In case of organization also, you need satisfactory profit for survival, growth, expansion, so that you can fulfill your purpose in a better way. And see, profit maximization is a good thing. It is a mantra, but profiteering is not. We hate the person who that black market years. We hate the person because it's illegal. But he is doing that profit maximization also. Even think about the corrupt person. He's doing profit maximization. Only thing, he is doing it illegally, and he has got caught. That's the difference. But if you focus on the basic, then there's something must be wrong in the profit maximization mantra itself. It can be changed a bit. It is at present, it is profit maximization for the shareholders. Instead of profit, we can think benefit maximization of stakeholders, not shareholders. Stakeholders means workers, managers, vendors, customers, everyone. If we can think that way, then I think a more healthy environment will be created. Business environment will be created. And we may not need so many laws. Only one change. So Herbert Simon, he raised that thing. He said that firm's principal objective is not maximization of profit, but satisfying or satisfactory profit. Now, how to determine satisfactory profit, that is a different ballgame. So basically, business exists to organize economic activity. This is what I have taken from NET. By providing goods and services to meet consumer needs and wants while aiming to generate profit and sustain operation. Think about Bill Gates. He became richest person not by pursuing money, but pursuing his passion. He did what intrinsically motivated, and he became rich. That is a byproduct. Now think whether we should run for money or meaning, profit or purpose. This change in the paradigm, this change in the basic attitude can change the HR field also. Now coming to HR. Why it is important from HR? Whenever we consider human beings as human resources, this is my favorite topic actually. What do we do with resource? We cannot keep it idle. Any resource we want to, in gentle term, in good term, want to utilize it. In more practical term, we want to use it. And if the situation permit, we want to exploit it. That is what is happening, not only for the workers, for middle managers also. I have seen managers being exploited, particularly in small firms. So whenever you are converting a human being into human resource, you try to use it, utilize it, exploit it. But again, think about the purpose. We cannot ever avoid philosophy altogether. The purpose of human being is to become the best version of itself. Think about Maslow. Is it helping the industry or me by converting my fellow human beings into means to get more money. Who is my master? Those who are running after money. Money is controlling them. Money has become not a means, but the master. And money is represented by profit. Just like mind, it is said that mind is a great servant, but bad master. It applies to money as well. It is a good servant, but a bad master. So human beings is becoming resources. Human part of us is shrink. And by practicing these things, we are not only harming others, we are harming ourselves also, because we are going away from our core self. Again, I will refer to Maslow's self-actualizing. If you do not where your self lies, we do not know, because we are driven by extrinsic motivation, externalities. So we have already losing ourselves. So naturally, self-actualization will not happen. And we may behave like a happy person, but whether that happiness is authentic happiness, we need to introspect. So perhaps we may be too small a fry to change the paradigm, but we may question the assumption behind the paradigm. Paradigm and paradise created by money. Thank you. Any question, observation, anything?
Participants, please raise your issues directly to Dr. Dutt, if you have any.
You may feel free to disagree also.
Dr. Dutt, I have one issue.
Right.
Your point of view is that there has to be conservative steps for profit maximizations. Now, in an enterprise situation, who will have this break? That well, this is the threshold point. We should stop here, or we should, reduce our journey, or just make a break for a while. Let us see what are the other competitors and other stakeholders doing. Then we'll decide about the next step. So who will play this role, and why the boss of that enterprise will listen to him or her? If you kindly.
Great question. In fact, all the stakeholders can do it differently. Government can pass law. If you think about essential drugs, medicines, government fix the prices now. So government can regulate how much maximum profit is permissible. Government. Top management can introspect whether we should focus on more profit or something else. The vision statement should not just for the website. The top management may reflect whether what I am doing is right. The proprietor, the owner, may also reflect whether more money is making me more worthy, or we should do something else. Other stakeholders can hit. They may not change, but they may ask the question, how much money is enough? So it may be self-regulated. The question may be raised by less powerful stakeholders, and the government can actually implement. Just think about the smoking of cigarette. It is not banned, but the barriers are getting higher and higher. Now it is not fashionable for smoking also. In our school days, it was fashionable to smoke. Now it is fashionable to drink, but not smoke. So
become outdated, yes.
Yeah, so social change happens over time, and the government can also play a role. In fact, in earlier days, there was a cap on the salary, that wage differential between the lowest paying employee and the highest paying employee, there
Yes.
was a cap that you cannot go beyond that. But that law is no longer there. So law can also play it. But we, the less powerful people, we can just ask questions. And we can ask ourselves also. Whether money, it is not only about organization. How much money I need and whether any more money will bring more happiness to me.
Professor, I have a question. I saw that you are a meditator also. Is there any connection between self-actualization and meditation and happiness?
I think there is a connection. I will give my perspective. Self-actualization happens when we are connected to self. Now, I will go beyond the topic. Any kind of meditation, there are so many types of meditation nowadays. All the meditation, their focus is to stop your mind. Because nowadays, I think since civilization, we identify ourselves with our mind. And the money and mind is influenced by external influence much more than our original self. Carl Rogers, he is another propounder of positive psychology. He talked about organism. I am not what my mind thinks, but I am the entire organism is me. So the moment I can silence my mind, then the self gets the opportunity to expose itself. Because the way we are brought up through our education system, socialization, everything, it moves us away from our self. We live in our mind more than in our authentic organismic self. So I think meditation can help us to become more self-actualized, because that will give us the opportunity to be in touch with our authentic self.
Kollol, we have a question from Mr. Pavan Kumar. He asks that what are your views on collective mindset of management compared to individual leaders' mindset? How do we bring more synchronistic in multi-geographical spread organization with respect to collective mindset? Good question.
Good question. It is easier to deal with individual ownership. All human beings are basically similar. So, in case of individual owner, if you follow their entire path, a startup, when an entrepreneur starts his journey, his mindset, he was at that time intrinsically motivated. Then he starts getting the taste of success. He starts earning money. So from intrinsic motivation, he pushes himself to external motivation. Initially he created the market. Then he starts thinking what product will be accepted by the market. That change, what I think from my interaction with some entrepreneurs, some individual owners, is that there is usually no one to ask him the questions. It happens with the artist also. So for individual owner, through introspection, the change may happen. But for collective conscious, that what you told, that is an interesting thing. When there is a collection of individuals, when there are many individuals with different background, cultural background, geographical background, in that case, I think if we can focus on brainstorming, if we allow them to express their authentic desire, though it is idealistic, there will be politics that is difficult to handle. But if they participate in discussion with their authentic self, then new things can emerge. Because an individual cannot realize he's going astray. He's taking a different route. But when there is a collection of individuals with different backgrounds, different age, different culture, then that is a hope. Because then the collective consciousness can play a role and it can bring it back to the original self. But for that, I think the top management, that collection of individuals, they should go to a retreat, spend time, and let their authentic self come out. Even through meditation, mindfulness practice, all these things can help. While exchanging views, ideas, like what happens in brainstorming, we do not judge, we do not evaluate. Mind need to be silenced. Then we will be less calculative. Calculation can be done afterwards. But initially, authentically, we should be able to exchange our views in a trusting, open situation. That can be done in a retreat. And at least for 5-7 days, not for one day.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, further questions, you can directly ask to Dr. Dutt. Otherwise, summarize the session. And I have a questions to Dr. Dutt. You talked about, sir, Googling, and that the knowledge, HR was originally known as the wisdom of the organizations. Whenever there is any kind of sanka, the line managers or the top management used to reach out to them. Now, out of the Googling, that space is gradually reducing. So, how do you see that after 10 years or something like that, sometime when India will be, probably holding the Olympic, what would be the role of HR in that time, that phase, with this reducing knowledge management, sphere of that HR that is gradually reducing? If you kindly enlighten.
I'm an actually optimist person. So it is not only Google. Now we have to think about AI also.
Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir.
With the advent of AI and Google, I think that things will change drastically. And probably HR with AI will play a greater role, because most of the things Google took away that knowledge portion. Now, even emotional portion is also taken care of. Mind is taken care of. It can be done by artificial intelligence. What is left? Basically, the consciousness, humanness, and emotion. See, this changes you can see very clearly. Initially, we have to identify that we are not a robot. What was the test? It will be given 3 + 4. You have to write the answer 7. So it was based on what human can do. Now it is not like that. You have to just tick that I am not a robot. From the tick, how the machine is deciding whether I am a robot or not, it depends on our imperfectness, what we cannot do. We cannot draw a perfect tick. A computer can, a robot can. So our imperfection is becoming our strength. Maybe our humanness will become our strength in near future. So empathy and all these human qualities will be rewarded more. Heart will be rewarded more than the brain, because whatever the brain can done is already AI can do. And I think future is, I use AI quite often, and I'm actually shocked I do not know where we are going, but basic changes, I'm sure, is going to happen. And what I think is that we need to be more connect with our authentic self to know the basic, that existential question, why I am here, that we have to face and confront. Running after money will not solve the problem. Running after AI will not solve the problem. We need to take AI along with us, AI, Google, everything along with us. But a major portion of our brain, the AI and Google will do. We need to, as you said, wisdom. That wisdom we need to provide. So the more wiser I am, more better I will be able to function and survive in a AI dominated world. That is my perspective, Indranilda.
Great explanation, sir. It was a mind-boggling discussion with you, always as in the past also. Now I request Ramesa ji to unmute his video and summarize the thing and offer the
I
vote of
have a
thanks.
question.
Okay, please.
Yeah,
Sir, I have a question.
sure.
Good evening,
please,
sir.
please,
This is Akita here.
Please introduce
Am I
yourself,
audible,
ma'am.
sir?
Yeah, audible.
I'm Anita, a research scholar at Department of Social Work, Bangalore University. With dignified life actualization, as per Greek is concerned, before 10 years back, World Report India is in front with regard to dignified life. But recent report in the last February, we are at 55 or 56, I have forgotten. We are in that place. That means our
Ma'am,
dignified
you are not
life
audible.
is deteriorating. So how can we bring back that? Because
I think
if
there is
you
a network
see
issue.
today,
Yeah.
If you kindly write down your points, small.
Acha, let me try to summarize what she said. You are asking that in the dignity of life, dignified life index, India is slipping down. How can we bring it back?
Yes, sir. With regard to good deeds and self-actualization,
Maybe
as
that is the question.
Ramesh has clearly mentioned, attention, mindfulness, those kind of things.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
do not know the parameters of dignified life, but from whatever you said, it is clear. It is directly linked with my topic, I think, because
Yes, sir.
again, if we think about, we are so focused on success, we do not throw light on the other part of the population. Many individuals work 12 to 15 hours a day. So he may be doing a job, he may be earning for his family, but he is not leading a dignified life. I do not know the parameters. In fact, ILO talked about decent work. Just creating work is not sufficient. It has to be decent work. If you work for 12 or 15 hours a day, it is not decent work. If you do not have the dignity, you are not leading a dignified life. I have seen the managers are also suffering. I knew of a person, a manager, HR manager, interestingly. He lost his job on 31st December. Abruptly. He had a special child. And the inhuman way, the heartless way he was dismissed was actually unthinkable. So money will not give you dignity. And whenever we are focusing on money, we are focusing only on the one aspect of humanity. In many families, both husband and wife are working because none of them are earning sufficient. And working is actually a mind work. Both of them are working 12 to 13 hours a day plus commuting time. It is absolute slavery. Why? Because we are treating human beings as resource, as means to get more money. And we do not know what to do with that money. I know many rich persons earning much. They have flats in Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Bangalore,
True, sir.
because they do not know what to do with that money. But they are running after money. It will not give dignity, at least not internal dignity. But it comes with a cost. They are earning money. They have 4 flats, but what in the those who are in the bottom of the pyramid? See, the fortune is at the bottom of the pyramid. For whom? Not for the persons who are at the bottom of the pyramid. It is for the rich. They are becoming more rich, and that is not making them more happy. At the same time, those who are actually at the lowest level, their life is becoming living hell. It is mindless.
Especially unorganized workers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Can we have a screenshot?
Screenshot of this particular session, sir.
Yes.
Yes. 1 minute, just.
I can stop sharing.
Yeah, please. Group photo we can take, no, sir? There is an option, I think, it seems.
Yes.
Somebody was asking about the video recording. The whole sessions as well as the previous sessions are available in YouTube. So you can check it out from there. I think the session will be available after some time, after some kind of editing.
I think it can be shared in the HR. The link can be shared, no? At
Yes,
HR.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Any of you, if you have any further questions, you can definitely touch base with Ramesa ji, who in turn will connect with Dr. Dutt and get back to you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you all the participants.
Thank you one and all for joining this session. I think I had many questions about money and all these things, and I got few answers from this session. I think this is a very insightful session and thanks for Internally to bringing that for this our Zoom session. And thank you all. I am closing this session, and then we'll join us for the next weekend session. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.